It's been years since we've had a decent athletics video game out there, with the Tokyo 2020 Olympics being that game. It was a bit like having a Wii game on steroids, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Faster Than Bolt focuses in purely on the 100-metre sprint, no other events in the game, but it changes it up from being a just do the event to train, event, and flipping between the two. The training reminds me very much of the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games on PS1, and it's because you're doing things like press the right button in the right order to do a sit-up or a press-up, or it could be button mashing very quickly to do the jabs in the punch bag, or pressing the button at the right time and train yourself getting out of the blocks. And the more you do this, your training session is put together from like a random selection of 12 different events. And if you survive them all, then you'll get good ratings, so long as you've done them fast and on point. But if you get free failures, or if you just take too long, you'll get lower ranks. All of this translates to 4 stats for your athlete: the starting speed, the top speed, the stamina, and the dash speed at the end of the race. And this you then take into competition for you to then button mash your way through a 100-metre sprint, making sure that you don't over-eke your top speed and hit where your stamina bar runs out, because otherwise you'll then kind of just conk out entirely. So there's a little bit of strategy in there. Not much though. All of this sounds not too bad until you realise that the entire game is undone by massive input lag. And by input lag, I'm talking of like 0.3, 0.4 of a second. And the reason why that's a problem is A, the entire game is about trying to get your 100-metre sprint under like 10 seconds, or under 9, actually, to be fair. And then the mini-games themselves judge you on being a perfect, good, or fail rating. And perfect requires you to be within like half a second of completing an action, and you can't do that when you've got such extreme input lag. And so what you end up having to do to try and get the right stats, to get the stat boosts in training for you to be able to keep up with the AI and the target times in the races, you have to guess, and you're preempting things. And that only works some of the time, because then it goes, nope, you've gone too early, nope, fail. And so you then take a stat hit. And I found it so frustrating and clunky and annoying that it drove me bananas. And so I will not recommend this game at all, but I do actually quite like the concept of the train and the race and the train and the race. And if someone could expand on that for an Olympic Games game, I'd be very grateful and would buy it immediately.